have you ever went out and bought a car, you run into these guys, you don't know if you're going to pay cash or if you're going to lease it or if you're going to finance it. What do you do, Brandi?
Well, I guess normally I would finance it. I did lease a car once, but because I drive so much, I went very far over the mileage and ended up having to pay a lot when I turned it in.
I haven't financed a car in a long, long time, and that's probably not a good idea. It's probably a good idea to finance them or lease them. But Jeffrey, what do you think? What's the best way to go?
It's a great question. Leasing isn't for everybody, and you have to look at your own scenarios and what you're driving and why and all those things. There are commuters, there are pleasure cars, etc. However, the simple differences are broken down like this. You can finance, you can pay cash, and you can lease a vehicle. And there's a version of a lease called an options program. Think of it like your cell phone. We all have cell phones. Doesn't matter who you buy them from. They last so long, and then your battery starts dying, and you go get a new one.
That's for sure.
Well, this electric technology is extremely similar in both how it was designed and the functionality, and that coincides with the question on, should I lease or should I not lease? Well, think of it like this. If you pay cash or finance, you pay the state all their money up front. You don't get a rebate, you don't get any incentives, and you don't get a tax write-off. Those are just the mathematical facts.
I hate paying the state anything.
I don't give up a dime before I have to.
That's right.
But if you buy the car using a lease. And, a lot of folks say things like, well, I drive too many miles. That is a very valid concern. But if you buy the car, at the end of the lease, you're going to keep buying the car. You don't pay anyone for miles because you're going to buy the car. And you assess the mess at that time. Is it worth more or less than I owe? No different than any finance loan. But if you buy the car and you utilize the rebates, you're talking about $750 on the hood from California. That's cash back. $2,500 potentially in a federal rebate as well. This is all cash up front to buy the car. This goes towards the purchase of the car.
So guys, just so we can clear this for you, what Jeff's saying is if you have a lease and at the end of the lease, instead of turning the car in, if you have a lot of miles on it or not, and you just buy the car, because you can refinance it after that lease, right?
You can. That is an option.
So the miles don't matter at all, right?
Not really at all for that person buying the car. But again, a lease also allows you to plan for the advanced future of what we know to be, hey, what if in 3 years my life's changed and this car no longer meets my needs? Let me ask you this, and I ask a lot of folks this, Hammer. If this car and technology in 3 years is getting 500 miles range, are you still going to want yours at 300? Might want to upgrade, right?
Yep.
You'd want to be free to do that, not having prepaid your tax, and to be in a good position to do so.
You know how long it took me to get rid of my flip phone? Same thing.
I agree.
So guys, go down to Villa Ford of Orange, and they'll hook you up. Whether you buy it, lease it, whatever you do, but they've got all the right information down there. We'll see you next time.